Jensen had this season, that 4-5 1-2 punch that they have. They play off each other to support each other and make it so difficult to defend.
You know, and Hannah Stolke ended up playing a lot of 5 position last year just with all of the players that they had around the perimeter. And so Jan Jensen would like to have Stolke play more at the 4 position and partner up with O'Grady out there. Those two out on the floor together, a very strong combination.
Box out by Lucy Olsen, now pushing it up the floor to Feuerbach. 4 Hawkeyes in double figures. It's Olsen, McCabe, and Stolke, and a chance for even more on the 3-point play opportunity.
Strong post up by Stolke, using her strength and her ability. She passes it out, reposts up, going up against Goss, a smaller player on the perimeter. And that's where, if Iowa has this lineup with Stolke at the 4 position, there's a lot of 4s that will match up with her, but there's a lot of teams that are playing a lot of guards on the perimeter. And then what are you going to do with Stolke?
9 for 9 from the free throw line to go along with her 6 rebounds, 17 points for the preseason All Big Ten selection. Continues to expand, improve her game. And she'll be tough to stop this year. McConowitz trying to split defenders. Will stay here with 2.4 to shoot. McConowitz, a good look. She drains it.
Had a little hesitation on the move that ended up the ball going out of bounds, but no hesitation whatsoever on that 3-point shot.
Grady looking for a deeper post up, guarded by Cook. Feuerbach is going to reset with 10 to shoot. O'Grady goes right up with it with the left hand, and she'll go to the free throw line.
On the inbounds play, you saw this leader, McConowitz, getting out, getting her feet into position and quickly going up with the shot clock winding down, knew that she needed to get it up quickly. We saw an example in the first half where she had gotten the ball with about 2.5 seconds on the shot clock and she passed it off. And I mentioned that's a situation where she needs to go up with a shot. Well, in that case, she knew exactly what she needed to do with the shot clock winding down.
She's leading the Rockets with 13 points, 4 of 10 shooting, 4 rebounds as well. And caught a look during one of our breaks where she was leading a huddle, trying to pour into her teammates, trying to pump them up and really keep them focused for this last stretch. They're going to be playing a tough schedule with a target on their back this season for sure. And also playing a difficult schedule, including Maryland. Dykstra no good on the 3. Feuerbach will settle into the half court.
O'Grady had a smaller guard on her. Originally was yelling about the mismatch. Garcia came over, and still O'Grady scores up over 2 Toledo defenders.
Making it look easy tonight. 10 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 3 assists as well for O'Grady. In the starting lineup for this team, had never started before this season. Played about 8 minutes per game last year and stepping into a major role as this team's center. Olsen trying to reward Stolke, fighting hard for position on the block. Now they look for O'Grady in the paint, and it's too strong. Dykstra pushing. Stolke couldn't do anything there. It's a lay-in for McConowitz.
So the Rockets getting into a little more rhythm as they've gone on in this game, trying to do the things that they really planned to do this year with an up-tempo, high-pace kind of offense, but just weren't able to get things going early.
Coach Bogus takes them through drills where they have to score within 14 seconds. They'll then pump it up to 24, but this team wants to move fast. It's 7-5 Iowa here in the 4th quarter with that whistle. And turnover by O'Grady.
Yeah, offensive foul by O'Grady. A little too strong on the post-up. She's going to go to the bench now.
Ava Hayden checks back in, the native of Oregon. Chopped underneath to Nan Garcia, leaves it short. Stolke affected that shot greatly. Hayden, big presence in the paint, goes right back after it, and she's whistled for the foul.
Great quick move to the basket, but just as she spins, a little bit of a lean, and then going after the ball gets the foul.
Hayden has such a high upside with her mobility, her speed, her size at 6'4". This coaching staff very excited for her development. That Robinson too strong from three, and Stolke has herself another rebound, her 7th. Falter patient along the perimeter. Will now call her own number right to the rim.
No help rotation coming over to stop her, and she just was able to go all the way.
Conowitz almost had a spectacular move. Can't convert underneath the rim. The Hawkeyes, as they get back on offense, still shooting 57%. That has not strayed in this game. Feuerbach met by the double team and coughs it up. Garcia, the trailer for three, leaves it short. Gobbled up again by Stolke. That's now 8 rebounds to go along with her 17 points. Approaching the midway point of this fourth quarter, Iowa has been in control since the beginning. They won the first quarter 28-10. It was dominance from the start, and they continue to score in the paint at a high rate. That time a Falter with another bucket. She's up to 11.
Now they just keep putting their head down and driving into the basket. Toledo just not really providing a lot of resistance as they attack the paint.
Stolke 9 rebounds now with 17 points, and looking up ahead, Ava Hayden once more running the floor for the Hawkeyes, and they are feeling good as a timeout is called.
These Hawkeye fans love to see their players attacking the rim. A Falter sizing up the situation, driving in for the layup, and then the freshman able to sprint out ahead, but a Falter continuing to drive and attack. Here it is, out in front.
Comfortable time on the bench for those players. All contributors here today, especially a Falter and Stolke, both in double figures in what is now a 40-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Outscoring Toledo in this fourth quarter 13-5. That has been the common refrain throughout this entire game from the tip. Iowa putting on a clinic in multiple ways. Toledo had 9 days in between their first game, their season opener, and this one to prepare for the Hawkeyes. Trying to get a shot off here. Robinson, Destiny Robinson, with a shot clock violation. And now 15 turnovers. We'll step aside one more time. A big lead for the Hawkeyes at home. And even looking ahead to next year, too, the Hawkeyes announcing their 2025 signing class. 3 top 100 players, starting with Addie Deal, a 6-foot guard from Orange County, California, the number 18 player in the country. Her brother actually plays at Grinnell with Lisa Bluter's son. We've got Layla Hayes, a 6'5" center from Alaska. This team moving outside of the Midwest, a national recruiting presence. And also Journey Houston, a local product from Davenport, Iowa, a 5'11" guard. So after signing 4 top 100 players for the first time in the 2024 class, they have 3 more coming into next year here at Iowa City.
A lot for fans to be excited about.
4 minutes to play here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Novorowski takes the feed, and she'll go to the free throw line. It's interesting with the Hawkeyes, the different delegation of roles now at this point, where Jan Jensen, of course, the head coach, Raina Harmon now falls into being that recruiting coordinator, taking on a larger role in that part of the process. Abby Stamp mainly coaching guards now, and then coaching the posts. Randy Henderson, a 2001 Iowa grad too. So new roles, expanded roles, different roles, but you can expect, especially with someone like Harmon, who has so much experience, been here since 2017, really knows exactly the kind of Hawkeye she's looking for at that kind of level. AJ Ediger into the game for the first time. She's blocked by Novorosky. Jada Jimphy launching a three. And kept alive underneath by Iowa Miss Basketball, Callie Levine. Everybody's seeing the floor in this contest. Tremlo, with 1 second left, is fouled, and more free throws coming up. There'll be attempts 29 and 30 for Iowa.
You know, the fact that Iowa in this game has held Toledo to just 26% from the field, has held them to 22% from three-point range. When we talked to Jan Jensen today at shoot-around, she gave a lot of credit to Sean Sullivan. You just mentioned all the assistant coaches and their roles on this staff, but Sean Sullivan was actually one of the male practice players back in the day when he came to the University of Iowa, and he loves defense. He had a great scout against Virginia Tech, brings a lot of energy, and he's from Iowa City, and so he worked his way up to a manager and then had the video job. Then he left to get some experience, and when Jan took this job, she immediately called Sean to come back and be a part of this program, because she wants to ensure that, yeah, they have, you know, traditionally put up great points, but if they aren't able to score as much, they need to lean on their defense a little bit more and have Sean really help them improve their defense.
It used to be this mentality, of course, they can outscore anyone, anywhere, anytime, but when you're losing that kind of three-point shooting from players, obviously, like Clark, Martin, Marshall, Davis are great examples from last year, we need to be that more of a balanced team. So you're right, coming back for his hometown, his alma mater, playing a really important role to really dial up that defense for the squad. Great move underneath and take. Mullaney with the strong finish. Getting contributions across the board for the Hawkeyes. Deep in the corner, it's Carruthers knocking down a three. The 8th today for the Rockets.
Yeah, and she has done a nice job of taking advantage of clear opportunities. 4 of 7 for Carruthers from three-point range for Toledo.
Tegan Mullaney is fouled out of this game after 14 minutes. We'll finish with 6 points on 2 for 5 shooting, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. There's a lot of reasons. She's one of the first players off the bench for this team. This coaching staff really high on the player from McFarland, Wisconsin. Freshmen are going to be playing significant roles on this team. Hayden, Stremlo, Mullaney especially, Aaliyah Guyton, one of the top players in her class. She tore her ACL last December. She's still coming back, working her way to contact activities. Expect her to be a part of this rotation as well. And Stremlo still going all-out effort here late in this one.
And the fans that are here on a Wednesday night, they appreciate the extra effort. They have stuck around, and it has been a great crowd again tonight in Carver Hawkeye Arena, and they appreciate the hard work all the way to the end of the game.
Conowitz bursts to the rim to beat the shot clock. Under 1:30 remaining. Iowa has Drake, Kansas, Washington State due up, and they continue to score and do so at the rim. Jada Jimphy with the finish.
Great recognition at what was available on the court for her at that time.
Bobrovsky gets that to fall off the back rim. Under a minute to play at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And Iowa inching ever closer to a 3-0 start this season. Jada Gyamfi, really nice boost off the bench, 5 points in her 9 minutes.
Yeah, nice drive the last time, good post up this time.
Konowitz is stuffed by Ediger. McCabe, fantastic day for the junior, stepping in finally in the spotlight with a focal point role as Ediger is fouled, putting that up underneath. 92-55 is the Iowa lead. They have coasted in this one, but still, Brenda, you see on display the unselfishness, the efficiency, and the speed that we're used to from this Hawkeye team carrying over.
You know, and this is a time in the season with all these new faces that some of these young players get a chance to get in, and they still are expected to do what they need to do play after play. And it's a time of learning, it's a time of growing and expanding and developing depth for this season.
11 players have scored for the Iowa Hawkeyes today. A true team effort. And the shot clock is off. Ten seconds now to play. Braden puts up a shot and drains it at the buzzer, but Iowa, a dominant win at home, 94-57 to improve to 3-0 this season.